Oh my goodness. Welcome, everyone. We are persistent. Thank you so much for continuing to chant and to help to remove the obstacles for us to continue on with our chanting and meditating to the goddess. This is what happens in real time when this is a time where the dark forces are wanting to interrupt our spiritual progress. So let it be a lesson to us. Just keep persisting. And thank you so much for your patience, kindness, and compassion. Now we know that there are forces out there that are trying to trip us up. So welcome, everyone. My name is Sucharita from Center Practice YouTube, and we are here on Tuesday, October 6th, 2020. And we are going to get started with our chanting to the goddess to prepare ourselves to awaken the Kundalini energy inside of us. So we will be, maybe we'll have about 20 to 30 minutes together. So hopefully you can hang in there. And thanks everyone who has jumped off and then back on again. So let's get into it. I'm going to be moving the camera so you'll see the altar set up with the goddesses represented by the different statues. And so we'll do that now. And then we're going to be chanting or listening to Dr. Pillai's chant to the goddess Durga, the goddess Lakshmi, and the goddess Saraswati. So for courage and bravery and energy and power is the goddess Durga. She's going to remove dukkha, which is suffering. And then Lakshmi is going to remove poverty consciousness or scarcity consciousness and ignorance, and bring in more prosperity consciousness and abundance and heaven on earth, everything that we need here on the earth plane to have a comfortable life and joyous life, beautiful relationships. Then the goddess Saraswati is the goddess of intelligence, creativity, music, dance, arts, communication, and wisdom. So these are the goddesses that you're just about to see here. As I move the camera over to the setup where we have Ganesha on to the right of the goddess Durga. And then this is the goddess Lakshmi. We have Shrim Brazi. We have the goddess Saraswati here with her veena or her guitar. And then we have the Sri Yantra here, the 2D image in the Yantra, and then the 3D image in the Sri Chakra or Sri Yantra for Lalita Tripura Sundari, which has about 64 goddesses, lots of goddess energy. So thanks so much, everyone, for your patience, kindness, and compassion. Let's get settled into a state of receptivity, and we will set up a meditation process within, and then ask Dr. Pillai to bless us, and then we'll get into the elementalization, our puja offering, and I'll talk to you about that as we go along. So closing your eyes, you're going to put your attention internally. Imagine a reddish orangish light pouring down your legs into your feet and toes. And this reddish orangish light is associated with Lord Ganesha's energy to remove obstacles. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha Nirvignam Kuru Kuru. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha Nirvignam Kuru Kuru. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha Nirvignam Kuru Kuru. Now imagine a ray of light shooting up your backbone, piercing all the chakras, starting at the base of the spine, moving up through the navel chakra, the solar plexus, the heart center, the throat chakra, the middle of the brain, the third eye, the top of the brain. This light pierces the top of the skull and goes into the space like a searchlight, seeking out these goddesses in higher planes. So you have a divine Wi-Fi connection, energizing your chakras, energizing that ray of light, also known as your Sushumna. We'll call on Dr. Pillai to embrace us with light. See him as a light being or a form that you're familiar with. He sends 2 beams of light into your eyes, piercing your eyeballs. 2 beams of light enter your ears, piercing your eardrums. The light goes inside of the skull, lighting up the brain. The face even lights up. 2 beams of light shoot up the nostrils. A beam of light enters the mouth, piercing the tongue, lighting up the tongue. A beam of light enters the third eye. Another beam of light enters the top of your skull, piercing it and moving into the brain, lighting up the brain, lighting up the rest of the body. Om Dram Dattatreya Shiva Baba Namaha. Om Dram Dattatreya Shiva Baba Namaha. Om Ram Dattatreya Shiva Baba Namaha. Now set your intention for this practice today, for the goddess to remove ignorance, suffering, and empower you, help you to connect with the Kundalini energy, the goddess energy inside of you, rocking all your chakras. And we'll listen to Dr. Pillai's chant to the goddess. And you can be watching the elementalization, the puja offering, as we are listening to the chant.
Durgaye Namaha. Om 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 Saraswati Namaha. Aim 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 Saraswati Namaha. Saraswati Namaha. Aim 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 Saraswati Namaha.
And now we will make the offering of the different items that the goddesses love that represent earth, water, fire, air, and ether. So we'll start with the food offering. And imagine the energy coming through the statues into you as they receive the empowerment and receive the gifts. Om Dham Durgaye Namaha. Om Shri Brazi Namaha. Om Aim Saraswati Namaha. Now we'll offer water. Om Dam Durgaye Namaha. Om Shri Brazi Namaha. Om Aim Saraswati Namaha. We'll offer the ghee lamp for the fire element. Om Dam Durgaye Namaha. Om Shri Brazi Namaha. Om Aim Saraswati Namaha. Now we'll offer the incense, which has special herbs that attract the goddess. It also gets rid of the ego and clears any negativity inside and outside. Om Dhum Durgaye Namaha. Om Shri Brazi Namaha. Om Aim Saraswati Namaha. And once again, we'll offer the flowers that represent the ether. Om Dhum Durgaye Namaha. Om Shri Brazi Namaha. Om Aim Saraswati Namaha. Now, close your eyes and imagine the goddess in your chakras. Imagine all the negative congested energies being released from the root chakra at the base of the spine, the navel and sixth center in the abdomen area, the solar plexus, the heart center in the chest, the throat, the mouth, the nostrils are cleared. The two eyes, the right and left brain, the middle of the brain, the third eye, the top of the brain, the crown chakra, releasing any negative congested energies. Pray to the goddess to be in your chakras, to be in your body, your mind, your soul. Pray for whatever it is that you want for her to help you to manifest or resolve your issues. And make a prayer to Dr. Pillai to continue to guide you to evolve with the goddess, enliven the goddess inside of you. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. Peace to the body, peace to the mind, peace to the soul, peace to the environment, peace to the world. May the goddess bless everyone with Dr. Pillai's grace and blessings, activating miracle consciousness for the whole earth plane, so that everyone can have food, clothing, shelter, medicine, clean water, education, peace, peace, peace. And we'll end the process. Hello, everyone. Welcome back. So thanks, everyone, for joining. Those of you who stayed on for this practice today to merge with the goddess, even though we had a big challenge getting it started. So thanks for joining. We'll see you tomorrow. I'll be here for the next couple of days, so we'll make up for lost time. And we'll have a great time tomorrow as well. So those people who are going to stay, just check out the chat and see what people are chatting about. If you have any questions or you want to share your experiences, that's always fun and can be motivating for people. because we never know what's happening if we are connecting with the goddess until we hear other people who are sharing their experiences. So Thea is asking, where's the statue of Mother Mary? She's not here. We are honoring the statues, the traditional goddesses, Durga, Lakshmi, and Saraswati. Although, if you want to be initiated into the goddess Mother Mary, that energy is going to be, that process is going to be happening through the paid service that is offered through Apply Center. So go check that out. And that might be something that you want to be initiated in, even if you don't even know who Mother Mary is, or if you do, like I do from my Catholic upbringing, although I went away from the teachings. And it'll be very interesting to see how that energy is going to be waking up inside of me now that Dr. Ply is going to be giving the initiation. So thanks everyone for your beautiful messages. Lots of gratitude. And Adrienne is saying, thank you, Sutrita. I felt chills throughout my body and I smell carnations or mums. That's what can happen, is that even though we're here on the internet, the goddess can come and we can feel her presence as that spiritual transmission is coming through this technology that we have in 2020. And we can, as if we are actually there, present or right here. And then the goddess is receiving all the goodies that we're offering her. And then we can have an experience with all of our senses, or some of them. So it's interesting. Kiran is saying here, day 10 initiation is the same as all 3 initiations. I believe, you know what, the best thing to do, Kiran, is go to watch the recordings of Dr. Ply's webinar, his 2 webinars from the past 2 Sundays with Lakshmi Gina, and she has answered all the questions around the initiations. But please go ahead and read. If there's someone here from Ply Center Practice, if you could pop the links, or they should be posted below here. I'm not really sure if they'll be posted below this webcam because we had to start it up as a fresh webcam because we had to jump over and we had technical difficulties. So please make sure that you go to Apply Center and read about it. And then if you can't figure it out there, you can send an email to office@applycenter.com. So there should be a rotating banner on Apply Center on the landing page or the home page, and you'll see how to connect with the goddesses. And then you can read about the initiations and what that entails. And also watch the YouTubes, because Dr. Ply is actually giving initiations. The spiritual transmission that's coming from him is for people who cannot afford to do the initiation. So go and watch it again and again and again, and you will receive the blessings too that are coming from there. And then your questions, those specific questions, will be answered, because every moment is new with Dr. Ply. So I don't want to give an answer and then it's not what's happening in the moment, the most current moment. Milos is saying here, thanks everyone for sticking around. Thanks for the lovely ceremony. The energy tonight was strong and full of motherly love. I literally felt the goddess holding my hands. Amazing. Oh, great. Evelyn is saying, the live telecast was interrupted just now, or was it my own problem? It was interrupted, Evelyn, big time. And so that's how we know how is the goddess? What is the goddess doing? Is this just something that we're going to participate in as a spiritual practice, or why are we doing this? And so the goddess will tell you. She will just show you in life, this is what happens. You can either have a breakdown and stop in your life, or you can continue on, persist and move forward, be patient and try to figure it out and be calm. And then the goddess will come in and she will show you that there was a lot of negative interference. So this is not something that is just, we just talk about it for entertainment. It is actually happening. So look in your life and and see observe what you're thinking about, what you are feeling. And this too shall pass. And you just keep pressing on. So it's always a great practice when we come into a YouTube Apply Center practice, because anything goes. And we have been groomed, the Apply Center teachers have been groomed by Dr. Apply over the past couple of decades, where so many times we had everything set up. The technology was all in place. We tested it, we retested it, we tested it again. And then Dr. Apply would come into the room at the event and he would sit down and everything would just blow up. Everything would shut down. The speakers wouldn't work. The microphone wouldn't work. No technology would work. And then he would just say, I told them again and again, have a backup plan, keep going, keep persisting. So that's what we'll do. We did, and then we got on, and thanks so much for joining, everyone. But it's a great thing to do in your life. So when at first you don't succeed, try and try and try again. Don't allow the negativity to come into your life. And it's regardless if it's technical issues, can be relationship issues. You're not going to resolve problems overnight. Sometimes there's miracles for sure. We don't want to negate the efforts that you're putting in and your faith and your trust in the divine. And it might work for you, but then there are going to be times where you're just like, I can't get a breakthrough. So ask the goddess, keep praying to the goddess to burn the karma that is in the space and put her to work. So please take this as an experience where you can learn from and then apply it in your own life. It's a practice of being patient, being compassionate for yourself, not giving up, and trusting and reaching out to other people. I reached out on the chat, and even though it's after hours, a few people got on and said, hey, how can I help you? So that's how it is. And I want to thank Hamaka and Mintu for, I don't know what time it is where you guys are, but thank you so much for waking up and helping us out to get this set up. So it's great. So what do we feel? Chua is saying here, what to do if we feel a lot of negative energies? It's a good sign. And you might say, why? Why is it a good sign to have negative energies or negative thoughts? Well, it's because you're seeing it. When we see something and we're not afraid of it and we're not getting triggered by it, we're not angry about it, we're not upset about it anymore, it's a great practice. So you can see it, you're observing the negativity, and then you offer it to the goddess. And then as it's coming up, it doesn't feel so great, but just ask the goddess, put the goddess to work and say, please get into my throat or get into my heart center and clean that up, because I don't know how to think it away. I don't know how to get rid of it by doing different activities or actions or therapy or counseling. It's just not working. To an extent it is. It's keeping me focused and helping me to have coping mechanisms or coping skills. But I really need it to be gone. So when anything comes up that is no longer serving us and we haven't been able to resolve it, whether that is in your interpersonal relationships, whether it's related to your health, whether it's related to just ratcheting thoughts. You cannot get rid of that memory, or that you cannot forgive someone, or you can't forgive yourself. Maybe it's guilt, maybe it's anger, maybe it's frustration, maybe it's not feeling good enough, or maybe you're mad and you have every right to be, but what's that doing for you? How's that going? So we just want that to stop. We want to come out of it with grace and ease. And so that's what paying attention to the goddess is going to do for you, because it's all internal. Whether it comes from outside of you, people may not be thinking nice thoughts about you or never have. There are so many people who say, they have a lifetime of really terrible family relationships, with parents or kids or husbands or wives or siblings, and those people are going to be there for the rest of their life, very close to them, even if they're far away, or even if there has been times where You just can't shake those terrible times. So the goddess, that's the only thing that we can trust and pray, that the goddess intervenes and erases it. So the negativity will be there, but the charge will not be there. So, and then by and by, it will, with time, and also you praying to the goddess. And you have to do this wholeheartedly, even if you don't understand what it is. Trust me, I don't understand what the goddess is. I didn't understand what was happening with the technology. And I was saying to the goddess, hey, you want to come and be with these people. So you got to give me a break here. How got to figure out how to work this technology. And, I'm going to hang in there. So you got to come in. So you take the time, or maybe it's just you're observing how that it's so insidious, this negativity. And as it's coming up, wherever it's coming from, maybe it's coming from your root chakra, where there's survival anxiety, or maybe it's coming from your heart center. Maybe it's coming from your throat chakra, where there's tons of negative karma stuck in the throat. And you can't even get it out without crying or without screaming or yelling or some cathartic release. And you're feeling like it has to come out. Then just keep chanting the goddess's name, especially the goddess Durga. She removes the dukkha, which is suffering. So we don't want to have any more pain, and we don't want to think any more thoughts that are going to be contributing to the mosh pit. So if the negativity, if you're observing it, that's a good thing. And you want to push through it, but not with your thinking mind and not with your memory, for sure. You can't erase memories. Memories are going to be there, but you can definitely get the goddess to discharge the emotional component of it, so that you have the memory, but you just aren't going to react. You're not going to be bitter or unforgiving. You're going to go into a higher state and, well, wow, I'm taking it to the next level, which is to be unconditionally loving, compassionate, forgiving, letting it go little by little. And then with the goddess's help, it will just make it to happen so much faster, and with grace and ease. That's what we want, grace and ease with the goddess. So hopefully that answers your question. Ethel is saying, because I'm new, I'm not familiar with which goddess to call on for everything. Well, Ethel, you can watch the replay of this. And in a nutshell, the goddess Durga removes dukkha, which is suffering. She gives you power and energy. She helps to uplift you. She gives you courage. She helps with resolving relationship issues. So that's the goddess Durga. And then the goddess Lakshmi Shrimrazi is the goddess of prosperity. And she also wants you to experience enlightenment, but do it in comfort and style. So she represents happiness, everything that is affiliated with happiness on the earth plane. Joy, excitement, newness, dance is the goddess Lakshmi Shrimrazi. Prosperity, health and wealth and prosperity. And then the goddess Saraswati is for intelligence, creativity, dance, music, arts, writing. And then also technology. We really need her to help us out with technology. And so she will give wisdom. And that's beyond the mind. It's to know when to speak, and to speak wisely, to know when to do things in your life, to act wisely, to know how to spend your money wisely, know how to invest wisely, know how to take care of your health and well-being wisely. So that's what we want to do, is to call on these three archetypes. And then if you decide that you want to be initiated into the other archetypes that you can read about on Ply Center and Astrovet, then that they might be calling you too, to be woken up inside of you. And then you will wake up to their consciousness, which will guide you every day thereafter. Melanie is saying here, my 9 planets chain broke yesterday. Any significance to it? Yeah. Anytime a sacred object, such as your rosary beads or your mala beads, the counting beads that you use for chanting, if they break, they take on a lot of karma. That's like when you pray, use the rosary to pray in Christianity or Catholicism, is you will say, okay, I want to dedicate these prayers, the Our Father, the Hail Mary, or whatever prayer it is, and you will do a certain number of them. Well, what happens in exchange is that negativity goes into the beads. So the beads maybe have taken in a lot of negative karma. And so they're showing you by breaking that the karma is broken, that was really stubborn and hanging over you. So you can see how you feel hereafter, and maybe you want to get another 9 planet mala or some other counting mala. So the 9 planets are conscious beings, and then maybe they were going to be disturbing you or delivering some pretty tough karmas. And because you're on a spiritual path and you're chanting and you're using them to pray, they may have taken on the mala beads may have taken on the karma of the planets that wouldn't be very pleasant for you to experience in your life. So the karma has to go somewhere, so it can be absorbed into that sacred object. So if you break a statue or you break an image of the goddess or any of the divine beings, then you can put it in running water, or such as an ocean or a strong river or a deep lake, and then you want to discard it, so that you're saying, thanks so much for taking on the terrible karma. And so you don't just toss it in the garbage. You can take it and say, you served me, and now you're broken, or you have a dent or a crack in it, or some broken piece. Anything sacred object that is broken, you don't want to keep it. So it's taken on a lot of karma, and you're saying thanks for doing that, because otherwise I would have to take on the karma, and we don't want to do that. So this is spiritual science. This is spiritual technology. And you might say, oh my God, that is such a waste. Well, from the experiences that I've had and many people have had over the years, we know that, whoa, I don't want to keep this broken object in that space, and especially in your altar, because it's attracting negativity. So we've learned the hard way, and we're just saying, hey, this is the easier way. Yen is saying here, I felt white light and an overwhelming feeling. I feel amazing. Thank you so much. I was feeling drained from chemo and radiation. This gave me life. Oh, well, God bless you, Yen, and thank you so much. That's very inspiring. And may the goddess give you healing energy and courage and strength to get the treatment that you need and to heal from it and have a quick recovery. God bless you. Okay, so I think I've responded to the general questions that were asked here. And everyone, thank you again so much for jumping over to this new webcast, YouTube, and we'll wrap it up for now. I will be guiding, Biva is saying here, I'll be guiding 3 of those 9 days. Gina is going to be doing the other days. And then after the program is complete, there will be 2 follow-up calls. Most likely there will be 3, but 2 for sure. And then we may do a 3rd one for the initiation only people. So I'll be hosting those calls. So I think I'll be doing 3 in between. So not right at the beginning or not right at the end. I think I'm going to be in the middle of the 9 initiations, or the 9 nights of initiations. And then the final initiation will be, after the final initiation, there will be the Ply Center Academy program, where people can buy the final initiation and then get into that course. And I will be there as well to host the review of the 9 nights and the final initiation, so that we know, okay, this is how to use the practices, because it's coming right hot off the press with Dr. Ply. He's receiving the guidance from the goddess, the initiation coming through him from the goddess. And then when we're in that moment, if it's happening all at once, we can't really hear what the message is, or it's not very clear. And so we will have follow-up calls to review it and then guide you on how to use the Evergreen program, which is a self-study program after that. So I'll be there for that. So Sarita is saying, what happened till now? I don't know. I did chanting myself because buffering was still there. Yeah, I'm not really sure. All I can say is that the forces are not supporting us to get on tonight. And maybe it was a great lesson for all of us. As I mentioned before, just keep persisting and be patient and stay focused, stay centered, stay calm, no matter what is going on in your life. And the goddess will get you there, and it will be a divine time. So people who missed out on this live stream, they will have it as a recording and they can watch it. You can watch it again. So we'll see you tomorrow night, everyone, and the following night, and we'll make up for lost time. So God bless you all. If you have any questions, Viva, please send an email to office@plycenter.com and they will respond to your questions. All right, everyone. God bless you. Thanks to Dr. Ply for guiding your souls to be here to receive the blessings from the goddess, and hope that you have an amazing rest of your day, your evening, wherever you are in the world, and we'll see you again tomorrow. Namaste.